Good morning, gamers. Welcome back. I am the AMDM Lee. This is my cup of coffee, and you're watching Behind the Screen. So first and foremost, for today, I switched back to my previous phone. I am going to be getting a new camera very soon because, dude, that autofocus thing just really drives me up the wall. So yeah, Malamute, I 100% agree with you. It is super rough to watch, and it's just frustrating as hell. So I am going to be purchasing soon an actual webcam instead of using my S9. Galaxy S9's got an automatic autofocus. I've been looking up some tips on how to control it to keep it shut off, but for some reason it still kicks in a little bit, and I really just I purposely bought that, upgraded to that phone for the camera functions on it and the ability to cast and use it as a webcam for these videos, and I am disappointed. So if you have some tips and tricks, send me the links. Anyway, let's get on to what's going on here. So, behind the screen, I want to talk about playing Dungeons & Dragons. Go figure. Actually, this is going for playing any RPG game. Whether it be Dungeons & Dragons or Call of Cthulhu or whatever the game. Rifts, I love Rifts. Rifts is fun. Wow, I like the Palladium Fantasy version. I like the Megaversal universe. So if any of these types of games, this is for that. And I've already spent 2 minutes talking about that. So let's get this in. All right. Expectations. This is really what I want to talk about. GM expectation. A dungeon master goes into a game with a certain set of expectations when it comes to the playing. He expects the excuse me, I've been fighting a sickness. He expects the players to hold a certain thing. You do an epic, you've got this epic concept of these players being heroes, and you go in and your players are not necessarily heroes. They're on the verge of being murder hobos, and then so you have these expectations, and they're usually not quite met the way you expect them to be. And then on the other hand, for the players, you have these expectations of going in and being heroes, and sometimes you're never given a chance to be a hero. As DMs and players, how can we fix this? So, first, talk to your players beforehand, before they come into the game. Let them know what kind of game you run. As a GM, tell your players, hey, this is an epic, heroic, we're doing, you guys are going to be a band of heroes that save the world eventually, that sort of thing. Well, you don't have to tell them that, but you're a band of heroes. You're going to go forth and save people. Or, like, I like to run a very sandbox game. So it lets the players go anywhere they want, deal with anything they want to deal with. It is up to the players how the story unfolds and what they choose to get into. I may have hooks here and there and other things, but it allows the players to do all kinds of stuff. And yeah, and then players, if you want to play a tongue-in-cheek, goofy-ass adventure where it, just have a lot of fun and not be a serious game, let your DM know this. Let your GM know this. Hey guys, I don't want to be so serious. I want to have some fun. I want my guy to, just to bash heads and drink, and that's it. That's, I don't necessarily want to be this heroic epic. I don't want to play Lord of the Rings. I want to play Monty Python and Holy Grail. Let your GM know this beforehand. Because if both of y'all are on the same page, and if you don't want to, or and vice versa, if you're a player and you do not want to play Monty Python's Holy Grail or Life of Brian, and you want to play Lord of the Rings, you want this epic saga to unfold, let the DM know. Tell him, hey, I want to play something that's going to be epic. I want this epic power struggle between good and evil, and talk about this. Let each other know what kind of game you're wanting to play in. If you don't have that communication line, you never know what's going to happen. Hopefully my players know I run a very sandbox game. So if they decide to go to I might have some hooks here and there. All right, this item is something that this guy wants, and he just wants y'all to get it. If they decide to get it, great. If they come up with a way around it to fuck with this guy over here, great. I don't care. Because I'm not in it for this. It's an open world. If they decide to go here and then say screw it and go do something else, now there will be consequences. Because this guy's like, all right, you didn't get me what I needed, or you burned it to keep it from me. I will seek my revenge. It's an open world. He's got things he's doing. He needed that for something, maybe. And now he's upset at you because you didn't get it for him. It's a very much... I try to make my world as living as possible. But the players can decide, no, we're not taking any jobs from you. Go away. It might make him upset, but eventually he'll get the message. Painfully. The communication aspect is very important between players and GMs. So if you want a certain game style, set the expectation. Talk to your GM. Hey, I would love to have something. If you want your character to have something as a player, tell your GM, hey, is there any way I can possibly get something like this? If you don't let your GM know, you may never get anything. Tell your GM, your DM, your game master, storyteller, whatever, hey, I would like my character to go along this path. It will make for epic storytelling. You're creating a world together. You have to do it together. That's all I got for now, guys. If you like these videos, please click on the like button. If you think someone else would like them, please click on the share button. Every like's an inspiration, every share is an advantage, and every subscription is an experience point. Help me gain 300 experience points so I can get to second level. And as always, for every video that you share, the AMDM does hereby authorize you to have 10 experience points. Just tell your DM the AMDM said so. And I do have one more thing. I'm going to talk about what's going to happen on How Do You Want to Brew This? And this is what's going to happen. So for the next few weeks on How Do You Want to Brew This, we will be discussing and showing the progress of the Crooked Crawl Tavern. So it will start next week. That's all I got for now, guys. So go forth and roll some dice.